Morning folks, just another short one. I had a thought. I watched a video yesterday by Mark Ceylon, and generally this is just a supportive video really. Mark's done a lot of good work over the past couple of years, and I generally agree with most of what he says, I think, and I think we really do need to we all need to talk to our friends and neighbours, and but not if you start ranting at them like I was doing at one time, they just switch off. They think you're a nutcase. But you just need to plant the seeds. So if you want to wake up your neighbours and your friends and stuff, and other people as well, you know, officials, people down the council, you don't have to start going into all this free man crap, because as much as I agree with a lot of the free man stuff, the powers that were will always just ignore it. Oh, you're just one of them free men nutcases. So you have to use language that they understand. So you need to use low IQ language because they're living in a different reality to us. So you have to use their language as their reality. So basically, if you're told to do something by somebody who thinks they're in a position of authority, just ask them why, and you can explain why you want to know. You can just say, I don't understand why you're asking me to comply with this rules. What makes you think that they actually apply to me? Where's the contract? Is always a good one. And they said, what do you mean? You don't need a contract. Of course you need a contract. If it's in commerce, which anything where they're using a statute, law, acts and statutes, so anything really, you know, anything that involves officialdom, it's all contract law. So ask them to show you the contract. And say, really, if they can't show you the terms and conditions of the contract, you can't accept, you know, that you're actually bound by that contract. It's null and void. And you know, I'm sure chemtrails and that go on, but there's so little evidence that most people, well, there's probably lots of evidence that I haven't spent a lot of time looking at it, but most people just think you're an idiot. When I've tried talking to people about it at work. But how I've done it is when we've been sat at the crib table at lunchtime, and I look out the window and say, oh look, no milky sky today, no chemtrails, and just leave it at that. And they just snigger. But you keep doing it. That's what I keep doing it. You know, if it's all milky white on a blue sky, you can just say, oh look, chemtrails are up today, look, they sprayed the sky this morning. And I've actually got a little bit of video, if I can find it I might put it up, because you can actually see them doing it. And the difference is, if it's just a condensation trail, that'll just, you can get a short trail behind the plane and then it dissipates and disappears. But the chemtrails leave white streaks across the sky, and you can see them spreading. There are certain heights where the wind spreads it. I've no idea what they're for. It's got to be something to do with global warming. I think they're trying to offset this ice age that Cliff High keeps going on about, and quite a few meteorologists keep going on about. And there's some excellent websites out there with ex-NASA scientists and that going through the actual figures. And I think there's if you just plant the seed, just say, you know, if something comes up on the telly about, you know, not that I watch telly, but if something came up on the telly, I get most of my news off the internet now from independent sources like UK Column, 21st Century Wire, X22 Report, Cliff High, Greg Hunter. I get it from lots of different sources because that way you get to the bottom of it usually. Don't ever take what the mainstream media says for gospel. I don't think most people my age and younger just don't anymore. Well, no, that's not true. I think younger people, you know, I'm just coming up for 50, but most younger people get their news from Facebook, God help them. But the good thing about that is that most of them, from what I've heard, most of them can differentiate fake news from real news. You know, there was a sick story going around on Facebook. 16 days after the fire, a baby had been found in the Grenfell Tower. Now, what sad ignoramuous would put that up on Facebook? What a callous bastard, whoever they were. You know, completely untrue. And but you know, people aren't stupid. People say, okay, let's see the photograph then. So I think you just need to plant the seed. There's no good ranting at people, Mark. It's only a mild criticism. It's not a slagging at all. But the only way we're going to wake people up is to encourage them to listen. My missus is she, when I started looking into all this stuff, she thought I was mad. But now I talk to her about things, and then she won't say nothing. And then a few weeks later, she'll say, "You know what you're saying a few weeks ago about such and such? It's just been on the BBC." You know, and they were talking about it on the BBC. I think the mainstream media and that actually, because they've got no idea how to do proper journalism anymore, and their editors close them down if they get too close to the knuckle. There's an excellent telephone recording of Brian Gerrish talking to a BBC journalist who refused to talk about or investigate paedophilia purely because her editor had closed her down. She was saying, "Oh, you know, I'm going to try and I'll speak to him direct. I don't want to speak to the victims through you, Brian," and all this. And Brian's saying, "Do you honestly think I'm going to give you the telephone numbers so that you can bully and change their statements and what have you?" And this is how the mainstream media goes on. So you just need to plant little seeds. It's no good ranting at people. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Keep up the good work, everybody. If we just keep plugging away, the truth always overcomes evil. So that's something to keep your chin up. TGFN.